that at 4 months, just wasn't happening. Went back to 8 months, moved it instantly. The previous dog learned it in 1 session because we had already retrieved, we had already targeted. Not that hard to teach. Start out by just open box, getting them comfortable putting their head in the box. And then slightly closed, and eventually they push it to get to bait the box, right? Bait the box. And then eventually they have to flip it up themselves. And then we add the retrieve of some object. We've separately taught them to retrieve metal objects. This can is full of that builder's foam, crack filling foam, so that it's very light. It doesn't pop and spray stuff everywhere. She likes it. And I've been using the same can for years, whereas otherwise they get kind of squashed after about 1 use. Then if you're doing this as part of a demo, and you want to show how smart your dog is, you say, thank you very much for the orange. I really feel like a Diet Pepsi. Can you bring me a Pepsi? To say she's always right. Because the first time you ask for a soft drink and the second time you ask for whatever flavor you know is the only one left.
Can you teach the dog to recognize the tints?
Why bother? You probably could. We have to think about colors that they can see because they can't see all the same that we do. But yeah, I haven't messed with teaching color or shape discriminations, but you certainly can do that. Thank you. We talked about going on socks. It's pretty easy. Teach tug and then teach them just tug off your. I'm not going to put it on my foot. And many dogs end up folding them before they hand them to you. It's just astonishing.
How does your dog not grab your hand? How does it know to pull on the end of it?
You just help them get it right. And you give maybe a little extra at the beginning. Some are just softer at it than others. But yeah, you obviously before you gave them to a disabled person, they and if you've got a nice absorbent doormat, that's a good way to wipe feet off. Easy thing to teach is wipe your feet on the mat.
For the big ones.
That's the problem. To do it, you probably have to capture, you know that when they do after they pee, you could capture that behavior. Getting it, prompting it some other way probably pretty hard. You could do that. Okay, that's so easy to teach. I've got some big treats in there if somebody wants to do it. I've got a much thinner mat than this, a really old thin dish towel. Put a whole bunch of food underneath. Stand across it really tight with your feet so the dog can't nudge it out of the way. Draw their attention to it. And the instant they use a foot, it's a yes and drop food on top. Yes. Okay. So there's not even any bait under it. This is much easier taught on a hard surface. On grass, it's not so good.
CynD, what was your cue for that mat trick?
Oh, it's dig.
Dig.
But at first I'm just calling their attention to it, but later you fade that. And actually the cue now is the presence of the mat with me standing on it. And she comes and does it. Okay, banana peeling. We got this one off Steve Austin when we did a demo with him at Busy World. It's tug and retrieve, that's all it is. So it's retrieved to a location, and as soon as you click with their head over it, they're going to drop it. So it's pretty easy to let go with the animal.
I can just see BC down on all, holding the banana.
I don't eat these bananas. I have been known to cook with them. It's a dog food.
So don't eat it, CynD's place.
You can have the rest of that later. Later you can have that. So that's just go to a spot and sit in it. And because she already knew, you know, like beauty box and stuff, it was pretty easy for her to learn that she's meant to go to this thing and put all her feet in it. So it's a combination of go to the box and sit on all your feet on this little stool thing. Okay, ton of stationary behaviors taught with targeting. Obviously, the common one is, I used to say I was hypnotizing my dog because I don't like the whole gun and killing the dog thing. And my dog that I taught this to at first went down really slowly. So I said, I'm going to hypnotize my dog and send her off to sleep, right? You're getting sleepy. Now, when it's really hot, she likes to sort of air out her belly while she's sleeping, sleep on her back. Okay. Now, obviously, that stuff was taught originally with targeting, so be sure you're not trying to roll them up a hill, which is going to be hard. From a drop, obviously towards the side they're already leaning on, you're going to lure or target their nose either towards their shoulder or towards their hip. Just try what works with the dog until you get a bit of a weight shift. That's a bridging trait. And then eventually you're going to get more of a weight shift until they're pretty well on their side. And then you can target their head to the ground. And then you have that dead dog or gone off to sleep routine. Okay. Older dogs. That's what I was going to do next. How did you do it? So yeah, sit pretty. Now, some dogs just can't do that. Their back is too long or too weak. So don't ask them. Other dogs have ballast in their butt and they can do it instantly and forever. And many are in between. It takes them a while to learn what you want and then to develop the balance and the musculature to hold it. So she can hold it pretty long. I had one dog, took quite a while and a fair bit of help at first to teach that. Okay. And from that you can get all kinds of other stuff like give me 10, which is a really cute thing.
She just rolls.
So that's feet up on a stool or something and then target your nose down between them. So it's all building up a lot of the same fundamentals just in slightly different ways. That's sort of all it's about. Oh no, it's a swallow. Sorry. I don't sound like my